The ache behind his eyes was a familiar enemy. Ethan stared at his phone, the screen a constellation of missed calls and notifications that blurred into a meaningless haze. Colleagues, his agent, producers. The sheer volume felt like a physical weight. Before he could even begin to sift through the digital wreckage, the screen lit up with a new, specific kind of dread. His oldest friend, the one person whose name always carried a certain voltage. Adrian Hayes. With a sense of foreboding, he answered. Adrian. Hey, what's going on? You know how I get after a night like that? My memory's a black hole. The silence on the other end wasn't empty. It was thick, pressurized. Ethan frowned at the phone. You there? Man, what's up? My phone's been blowing up all morning. He heard a sharp, controlled exhale, the sound of someone reigning in a formidable temper. Ethan, tell me you remember last night. The voice was low, ice over steel. You are a piece of work. A genuine piece of work. Ethan's own irritation flared. What was that about? Adrian knew his terrible habit of post-party amnesia. He hadn't done anything to Adrian, so the accusation felt wildly misplaced. He was about to press for details when the line went dead with a definitive click. Frustrated, he swiped to a social media app, his thumb moving on autopilot to Adrian's profile. The top post, timestamped just after midnight, was a single, brutal line from the official Hayes Corporation account. A statement regarding the termination of all professional associations with Ethan Cole. Termination? Him? Why? A new message pinged on his screen, a text from a fellow actor who'd been at the industry party last night. Attached was a video file. A cold trickle of apprehension slid down Ethan's spine as he opened it. The clip was all chaotic movement and pulsing bass from a downtown rooftop bar. There he was, clearly past his limit, slumped against Adrian in a velvet banquette. Adrian, who despised disorder, was tolerating the proximity, his handsome face a mask of strained patience. Then the scene shifted. Ethan watched, heart hammering against his ribs, as his drunken self grabbed Adrian's arm, words slurring but audible. Small? Look at me. I'm a catch, right? The camera wobbled, and then they were a tangle of limbs on the couch. His past self was kissing Adrian Hayes, kissing him, and whispering against his mouth, loud enough for the mic to pick up, "Be mine. I'll treat you right. Say you'll be my boyfriend." The phone clattered from his numb fingers to the hardwood floor. The roaring in his ears drowned out the city sounds from outside his loft window. So that was it. He'd finally done it. He'd poured years of stupid, secret longing all over the one person he couldn't afford to lose. He paced the length of his spacious apartment, the minimalist decor offering no comfort. The panoramic view of the city skyline felt like a taunt. He had to fix this. He called Adrian back, only to have it rejected instantly. A text appeared in its place. My office. 3 p.m. The Hayes Corporation headquarters dominated a full city block, a monolith of glass and ambition. At 2:50, Ethan, hidden beneath a baseball cap and sunglasses, slipped into the private elevator to the executive floor. Adrian was still in a meeting, the assistant informed him. She was polished and efficient, her smile professional as she led him into the inner sanctum. He was left alone in the severe, beautiful silence of Adrian's office. Floor-to-ceiling windows framed a world Adrian seemed to command. Ethan had known him since they were kids trading baseball cards in Connecticut, two boys from similar worlds who couldn't have been more different. Adrian was reserved, precise, destined for the boardroom. Ethan was all restless energy, chasing the spotlight on stage and screen. Their friendship had always been the outlier, the thing people remarked on. He'd stopped understanding it himself around 16. While his friends were obsessing over magazines and pop stars, his own restless dreams had taken a different, terrifying shape. It was always Adrian. Adrian frowning in concentration over a calculus problem. Adrian taking a sip of iced tea, his throat working. It was a secret so vast and so specific it felt like living in a parallel universe. He'd nursed it for years, this hopeless, hungry thing, too scared of the fallout to ever give it a name. Now he'd blown it all up with a bottle of bourbon. The sharp, clean sound of his own palm connecting with his cheek echoed in the quiet room. What if Adrian saw it now? The real want beneath the drunk? What if the disgust in his eyes was permanent? Hurting yourself won't change the footage. Ethan jolted. Adrian stood in the doorway, immaculate in a charcoal suit that fit like a second skin. His hair was perfect, his posture straight. Even the subtle glint of his wireframe glasses seemed calculated to intimidate. To Ethan, he was devastating. He imagined that even disdain would look elegant on those features. He opened his mouth, but no sound came out. How did you explain that you'd been secretly in love with your best friend for over a decade? Adrian moved to his desk, the movements economical and controlled. He sat, steepling his fingers. Ethan. Yeah. About last night. Do you have anything to say? Ethan's gaze flickered, unbidden, to Adrian's mouth. Was it slightly swollen? A hot, shameful wave of regret crashed over him. Regret that he couldn't remember the feel of it. He'd give anything to remember. He clenched his fists, forcing the words out. Last night. It was all me. I was out of line. I wasn't trying to, kiss you, claim you, ruin everything. Adrian's expression was unreadable. I understand. I know you were upset about something. Ethan winced. The something was the rumor he'd heard about Adrian and a potential merger, both corporate and matrimonial, with the daughter of a rival tech dynasty. A single unverified whisper had sent him into a tailspin, straight to the bottom of a bottle and into Adrian's arms. After a long moment, Adrian adjusted his glasses. Let's consider it over. I was impulsive with that corporate statement. My PR team is drafting a retraction. He mentioned knowing Ethan hadn't meant what he'd said. A knock interrupted them. Adrian's assistant announced a waiting client. Adrian stood, gathering a file. You should go. Don't want to keep the star from his set. Adrian paused at the door. Yes? Ethan's courage failed. All he could manage was a pathetic, "Are we still good?" Adrian didn't answer immediately. The silence stretched, thin and cold. "If you believe we are," he finally said, his voice devoid of its usual warmth, before striding out. The echo of his footsteps was a verdict. The following days were a fog. On set, his focus was shattered. He blew takes, his mind 1,000 miles away in that sterile office. His agent, Leo, finally pulled him aside during a break from the period drama, fanning him with a script in the oppressive heat of the soundstage. "Kid, you look like you've seen a ghost. The haze thing is cleared up. What's eating you?" Ethan gulped cold water, shaking his head. Leo studied him, then leaned in, voice dropping. "Let me guess. Heart trouble." Ethan's eyes widened. "What? No, I'm not." Leo's knowing look silenced him. "It's all right, your secret's safe." He's a tough one to pin down, a haze. He left with a sympathetic clap on the shoulder, leaving Ethan staring at his phone, at the fan forums buzzing with theories about him and Adrian. He wished every wild speculation was true. That evening, Leo called with a request. The studio wanted a live stream, a casual chat to smooth over the public misunderstanding with Adrian. Maybe even a playful hint or two for the fans. Ethan understood perfectly. Leverage the gossip, don't suppress it. He stared at his chat with Adrian, the cursor blinking. Instead of typing, he opened a live feed. His fans poured in, their comments a colorful river. He smiled his actor's smile, addressing the silly drama with Adrian. He called him a dear friend, said it was all a big misunderstanding. Someone asked the direct question, "What are you two? Really?" Ethan thought of Adrian's words. "If you believe we are." He looked into the camera, a challenge in his eyes. "The truth is whatever you think it is." He ended the stream quickly, his heart thumping. It was a reckless, hopeful lie. The video call request from Adrian came seconds later. Ethan fumbled the phone. Adrian, what's up? There's a gala tomorrow night at the Museum of Modern Art. You're coming with me. Ethan's brain short-circuited. Galas meant partners. Dates. Was this a signal? A peace offering? A cruel test? Yes, he breathed. The next evening, under the museum's soaring glass ceiling, Adrian was a vision in a white tuxedo. He looked like old money and sharp intellect, a combination that never failed to make Ethan's breath catch. They moved through the crowd, a familiar dance of polite smiles and empty chatter. Ethan, bored, eventually retreated to a quiet alcove overlooking the sculpture garden. Adrian found him. Tired? Not at all. Not with you here. Adrian finished his champagne. I need to speak with a potential investor. I'll be back. Ethan watched him go, a figure of effortless grace. But when he spotted him again, Adrian wasn't talking business. He was laughing with a woman in a stunning emerald gown. She was elegant, poised, everything Ethan wasn't. He recognized her from society pages. Serena Whitlock, heiress to a software fortune, recently graduated from Stanford Design School. The perfect match. A sour, corrosive feeling burned in his chest. He watched, knuckles white around his glass, as Serena waved him over. Adrian made introductions, his tone neutral. Serena Whitlock. This is Ethan Cole. Ethan shook her hand, his smile brittle. He became clumsier than his character in the period drama, sloshing his drink. On the third near spill, Adrian fixed him with a concerned look. Ethan, are you all right? My hand, Ethan heard himself say, the words tripping out. This shaking. Hurts a little. He held it out, a pathetic offering. Maybe you could? Adrian's concern morphed into alarm. He took Ethan's hand, his touch electric, and was reaching for his phone before Ethan's conscience kicked in. No, it's fine. Really. It stopped. The realization dawned on Adrian's face. The concern evaporated, replaced by a cold, brittle anger. He released Ethan's hand. You're unbelievable. We're not children, Ethan. What is this performance for? He removed his glasses, pinching the bridge of his nose. Don't embarrass us like this again. He apologized to Serena and walked away, leaving Ethan standing in a puddle of his own making. Serena stepped closer, her gaze curious, almost amused. You should let him go cool off, she said lightly. Some things can't be rushed. Ethan brushed past her, but by the time he reached the museum steps, Adrian's town car was gone. The night air felt hollow. An hour later, fueled by desperation and a six-pack from a corner bodega, he found himself on the elegant sidewalk outside Adrian's brownstone. Courage, or what passed for it, arrived in a can. He started a reckless live stream from the stoop, the city lights blurring behind him. Hypothetically, he slurred at the camera, how would you apologize? To someone really important? A friend. The chat exploded with "We know it's Adrian" and terrible advice. He ended the stream and, driven by a final, brazen surge of liquid courage, stumbled to Adrian's door. He knocked, then pounded. Adrian, open up.
I'm sorry.
I'll be good. The door swung open to reveal Adrian, dressed in sweats, his hair disheveled, his expression thunderous. Are you insane? It's 2 a.m. Ethan leaned against the doorframe, grinning woozily. Need my goodnight kiss. Promised my husband. Adrian stared, a flush creeping up his neck. What are you talking about? We never. Ethan swayed closer, their breaths mingling. No kiss? He saw the conflict in Adrian's eyes. The anger, the shock, and something else, something raw and vulnerable. Just as Ethan's hope dimmed, Adrian grabbed his shirt and yanked him inside, slamming the door and pressing him against it. The kiss was nothing like the sloppy mess from the video. It was deep, furious, and tasted like years of pent-up everything. When they broke apart, gasping, Adrian's composure was in tatters. His lips were red, his eyes wide. He stalked to his minimalist kitchen, grabbing a beer. What is this, Ethan? Another game? You get a kick out of messing with me? Ethan collapsed on the sleek sofa, confused. Game? You act like you want me, then you say it was a joke. You flirt and then you retreat. Do you have any idea what that does? Adrian's voice cracked. He took a long drink. I actually believed you that night. I thought you meant it. And then you took it all back. The words sank in, slow and seismic. Ethan scrambled up, wresting the bottle from Adrian's hand. No, that's not it. The alcohol unlocked a floodgate. He poured out every secret. The dream at 16, the years of stolen glances, the agony of the Serena rumors. He held Adrian's hand to his racing heart. It's always been true. Every word. Adrian looked young, uncertain. You're drunk now. I'll prove it. Ethan fumbled in his jacket pocket, pulling out a small velvet box. A simple platinum band gleamed inside. If you believe me, wear this. Just for now. Adrian's breath hitched. Ethan, you don't propose during a confession. Will you be my boyfriend? Ethan whispered, leaning in, drowning in the proximity. Please? I'll be so good. You're impossible, Adrian murmured, but he didn't pull away. Is that a yes? A long, silent battle waged in Adrian's eyes. Finally, with a sigh that seemed to release a decade of tension, he gave a slight, almost imperceptible nod. Ethan slid the ring onto his finger. Fit perfectly. Mine? Ethan sighed, intertwining their fingers as exhaustion finally claimed him, his head dropping onto Adrian's shoulder. He heard a soft, fond exhale above him. You're a disaster. The morning light was sharp and clarifying. Ethan woke in Adrian's bed, the sheets crisp and gray. The previous night came back in terrifying, glorious fragments. Adrian entered with a glass of water and a raised eyebrow. Conscious? The ring on Adrian's left hand caught the sunlight. Ethan pointed, speechless. Adrian lifted his hand, a ghost of a smile on his lips. Having second thoughts? It's a little late for that. No, Ethan, breathe. It's just real. Adrian picked up a remote. A video began playing on the wall-mounted screen. Ethan, tearful and earnest, spilling his heart out on this very couch hours before. Adrian narrated dryly. The delivery here is a bit melodramatic. And here, the technique needs work. You nearly chipped my tooth. Ethan watched, cringing and elated. He'd done it. He'd actually jumped the cliff and found Adrian waiting at the bottom. He reached out, his fingers brushing Adrian's. What? Adrian asked, his feigned annoyance not reaching his eyes. Just checking, Ethan said, a slow smile spreading. My boyfriend. Adrian's composure softened. He carted a hand through Ethan's hair. If you need a doctor to confirm, I can arrange it. Ethan pulled him down. You're the only cure I need. Later, after coordinating with a gleeful but stunned Leo, Ethan posted a single picture. Their joined hands, the twin bands clear. The internet predictably exploded. He scrolled through the comments, a giddy warmth in his chest. He turned to Adrian, who was reading a financial report, the domesticity of it surreal and perfect. They're saying I'm preening like a peacock. Adrian looked up, set his tablet aside, and leaned over to kiss him, slow and sure. Good, he said softly against his mouth. I happen to like peacocks.